Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Lady Spurs boys.
Hi.
I'm back with another. Wait, your turn. We're back with another episode of Off the Pitch.
Wait a minute. It's Off the Pitch, which means it's the show that I'm actually part of. Yeah, you don't have a choice. That's right, folks. Welcome back to episode number 2 of Off the Pitch. And it's actually a good one, boys. It's a special one because you know how we started. We started off with the gold standard with Mr. Alistair Gold himself. But today, we're already bringing the diamonds in, boys. We're bringing the diamonds in now. It is Ladies' Night or Ladies' Day, as it's only 8:45 in the morning for us over here.
Yay.
But we don't have one. We have 2 gems of not only the YouTube community, but female representation in the footballing community. Not only have they been heavily involved, they're looking to change the game for the future for other ladies. They are trendsetters. They are clearing the path. They've got their machetes. They're whacking down everything and clearing those fields to make it much easier for the young females that are now coming into this game so that they're respected, treated properly, given the same access the boys are. And we honestly believe it's absolutely phenomenal. So please join us in welcoming the queen herself, Elly, and our gem from her game 2, Kirst.
Whoa.
Wait. This is where I push the button.
It's
Queen Elly
Hoiberg.
Queen Elly Hoiberg. I'm sorry.
Oh, can I push the button?
I'm sorry. Can you push the button? No, because you push my buttons all day long.
Wait, can I?
Yeah.
Okay, can I do Kirst?
Can you do Kirst?
Push
There you are. And special edition. Breaking
We've got
news.
the little
Breaking news.
pebble.
We've got Paisley. Oh, look at this. Wow, look at all these beautiful people on one screen. I don't know if we're doing a modeling shoot or an interview here today. It's fantastic. Ladies, first off, thank you so much for joining us today. How are we doing?
I'm really well. Thank you for having us on. And what an amazing intro, boys. Honestly, that was ace.
Brilliant. Glad you liked it. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us today. We're going to get into a little bit with you. We've got some private questions we want to ask you too. We'll ask you a couple of, try to get some fun ones in there as well. There's really important questions that this guy's going to have to ask you. But I guess who gets to go first this time?
The oldest one.
Yep.
No, yeah.
Oh, I'm the oldest.
Yeah, you got the baby in there.
All right, I'll let you go first. Youngest? We're starting with the youngest? No, we'll let him start because I think he should. We'll start there. Okay, fine. Next one's yours.
Okay. So it's me, yeah?
It's you.
Okay. Queen Elly Hoiberg. When did you start the Tottenham Academy?
Okay, so I was playing in my school team. I was actually playing in the boys' team. I was selected for the boys' team, which was I was quite a trendsetter then, because it was unheard of. And Spurs scouts came down, 2 ladies and a man, and they were watching me. And they said, "Would you like to play for Spurs ladies?" And I said, "Obviously, yes, of course I would." And I went to train with them, and pretty hard work, for a 12-year-old. I was put through the mill.
12?
Yeah, I was 12 years old, but I was really in love with Spurs anyway. So playing for Spurs was an honour and a privilege, and I enjoyed every single minute of it, boys. Every single minute.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant. And I went to a lot of nice places and a lot of nice grounds, and it was an experience.
Yeah, Paisley likes that.
It was a fabulous experience. A few bumpy roads along the way, like in anybody's football career, but I enjoyed every single minute.
That's good.
That's good.
That's fantastic. Paisley, are you causing ruckus back there?
Yeah.
Somebody on a sugar rush? Yeah, have another button. Fantastic. So, Kirst, now we all know that you are a lead ambassador with her game 2 representing Tottenham. Can you please just explain to us what your title alone is, what the definition of your title is, and what her game 2 is?
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry.
All right, we love it. We love it. We love it.
She's just in such a good mood.
Paisley, all you want, darling.
Yeah, she's
The
so
world
funny.
is yours.
Yeah, so basically the campaign, we actively work together to spread awareness and to support people, well, particularly females within football. There could be fans, there could be like people who do physio, I don't know, players, coaches, refs, linesmen, things like that. So we just try and help with the inclusion of, like, really.
In
So
every aspect as well. So
pretty
from
much,
the grassroots level all the way to the top to
yeah,
administration.
all the way from
We're not talking about
grassroots,
just
yeah.
players and stuff like that. Like you said, representation from the physio end to not only the ball boys, because it would be ball people, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not even like it's just things like this as well. We try doing it online, so both obviously through social media and gaming sites as well. So we are also on Football Manager. So we all obviously, abuse can happen pretty much anywhere. So we try to get ourselves as far out and stretched as we can, really, to help spread the awareness and like just be a support really to females everywhere.
good for you. That is fantastic. You know what? It's people like you that make the changes in the world that are necessary, so that when people like Elly, who wanted to play football and everything, don't have to go through degradation, separation, being treated poorly, unfairly, and everything like that. So me and my boys, the only thing we can say to that is
Thank you.
that this is how we're speaking with our hands. Yeah, Paisley. Yeah. Go on, Paisley.
This one is for Queen Elly Hoiberg.
Hey.
How old were you when you first started playing?
Right. That's a really good question. I was about 3 or 4, because I had 7 brothers. So I had nearly a whole football team anyway to practice with. And
Now, why don't you just have a few more? I don't understand why your parents
you
couldn't
know,
give
my
you a
mum
full
got a
squad.
bit lazy. She got a bit lazy. She
Slacker.
should have gone for another 3. Slacker. Yeah, so I was playing with them all the time. And by the time I got to secondary school, I was a fully fledged footballer. And also I love football anyways. It's my passion. I love watching it. I love playing it. I love the streams. I love everything about football. And in particular, her game 2, I must give them a mention. They're doing some fantastic work to help women in the game and young girls especially, because if you start from grassroots and you get that right, then it's a platform for everybody to follow, you know. So great work.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. We have got over I think over 100. Well, we've got over 160 partnerships in total, but I think the majority of them are grassroots clubs. So we're definitely trying to help literally all levels that we can.
And when did this start, Kirst? How long has this been going on?
So the campaign founded 12 months ago. So it was.
It's only been a year.
Yeah, only a year. It was the 15th of May, 2021. So
well, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah, so it started off, I think there was maybe 12 of the girls in total. You see now? Yeah.
Hiya.
Yeah, I think there was maybe 12 of them in total. They started off with a video and it went viral. After 24 hours, it had 1 million views. Like Brilliant. The EFL had got in touch, things like that. So it really popped off a lot faster and bigger than even the founder, Kaz, more than she ever expected as well. Like even now, if we get a new partnership in, everything is such a big achievement, because obviously even that I think we've got 7 Premier League club partnerships now, but every single one, like even if we was to get a new grassroots partnership, like it's such a big achievement because we're still getting ourselves out there and things. Like it's just amazing to know that we're like there's such a big support around it. And obviously podcasts like the 3 Spurs boys, like just you 3 wanting us on the show and giving me and Elly a voice for female fans, and obviously a platform to share the campaign. It's you guys are contributing as much as me. Like I know that you gave me the round of applause, but really you 4 need one, because you're the ones that are also like you're educating your sons, you're obviously educating your viewers, things like that.
It's all about you. Yes, it's all about you getting in this game in the future and getting the same abilities and door openings that they would potentially get. So hiya and come on, right.
She just keeps
Sorry,
pushing
you were
the
saying,
screen
Kirst?
down.
Yeah, no, it and like you said, it's a combined effort on the part of a lot of people, you know. And the thing is, but it's taken people like yourselves. Somebody's got to open the doors. Try to start opening the door first, and you guys have done that. So well done to you. You know what? To me, what's funny is to me, boys, is we were literally sitting in the back room for a half hour while we got the questions organized and everything, and Paisley was just a perfect child.
Yes.
Perfect. Just sat there quietly.
That's a typical woman.
And everything. And she's like, oh, stream's on now? All right, mommy. Time to let loose.
Just being so quiet and well behaved in the back room for half an hour. And literally, as soon as we go live, she's like, nope.
Yeah. She's like, oh, we're live now? Okay, time to put on a show. She knows it's showtime now. She knew we weren't on before. I love it. I love it. Smart girl. Smart girl.
This question is for Kirst.
Kirst.
Why did Kirst?
Kirst, not Kirst. Kirst.
I'm sorry.
K-I.
Sorry. Why did you choose to represent Tottenham?
So I have been a Spurs supporter for about 5 or 6 years now, and I could have helped support my local club, which is Hull City, but I feel more passionately towards Spurs. I watch every single game. I like to communicate a lot with the fans through platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. Like I admin a Spurs group as well. Yeah, and YouTube, There's so many amazing people that I've met through this platform. So yeah, to me it was a no-brainer to want to represent my club. I know that we've got such an amazing support from the fans, and because we literally have, I don't actually know the percentage of female fans that we have, actually, thinking about it, but I know that we have got quite a lot within our. It's definitely expanding. And the season ticket holders as well, like every season it increases with the female support. So it's just to know that I'm helping represent those and in a way like be a voice for like the women and the support that can come to them and stuff. To me, it's like a massive proud feeling, especially as a mum of 2 girls. So
and
yeah,
it should
definitely.
be good for you. Yeah, because again, you're opening doors for them. You're breaking down barriers for them. You're going to make it easier for them to have the same opportunities. Again, like I said, that these guys would have, and why should they not? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Why should they not?
My eldest is 4, and she plays football. She's the only girl on their football team, and
I remember you saying that to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to know that, obviously, I'm helping to be kind of like, I want to say a role model. Like I want to try and, when she's older, if she continues with football, regardless if she's still the only girl or not, I want her to be able to be like, that's my mum. Like, do you know what I mean? I want her to be able to do that. But hopefully.
No, and you're definitely setting the right footprints in the sand there to show them the way and everything, and give them a reason to be proud of their mom. So, you know, it's fantastic. I think what you're doing, and it's great that I have somebody like Elly on the show and yourself.
Yeah,
we could discuss the fact that what Elly went through her generations versus what you're doing now to change it for future generations. Because when we talk about this, we're going back years, but when we think about the years, it's really not that long ago. You know, when you think about 30, 40 years in history overall, 30, 40 years is nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
The fact that it's taken us this long to get the recognition and the changes is too long as far as I'm concerned. But how fast these changes are happening now, and how much attention and everything these topics are getting, and how there's a response and a reaction to these things, I think is phenomenal. I think it's really good. But it takes ladies like you guys to continue beating the drum and being the trendsetters, right? And showing people what you need to do. So,
and the great thing now, Bobby, is because there's so much highlights of women's football now, and it's elevated itself to a really high level. What happens when there is abuse? It's called out straight away in the media, which, as we all know, if it's all over the media, then it hits a wider public, a vaster public. So then you get the knock-on effects where people think they hold their hand up and say, no, we mustn't do this to these women. We mustn't abuse them, either sexually, racially, or just because they don't like your team. You know,
Yeah.
there's people that abuse you just because they don't like your team. It happens in the male game as well. So it's an education, and if you start from grassroots, that's where you get the most benefit, because people will learn and then they'll pass it on to their children and their children's children.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So now that we've lost Kirst, actually, I had a question just for you, and
Yes.
I just wanted to know what who was it that actually got you inspired to go into football? I know you mentioned that you had your brothers were playing and everything, and that
It
was
was
a bit you were forced into playing with them. But was there any true player, or was there an event or something that actually inspired you to say, I want to go and do this at a professional level?
it was my dad, actually. You know,
Oh,
my dad was so passionate about Spurs. When I was a little baby, I just remember him, not so much a baby, say about 3 years old, when you've got a little bit of a brain, 3 or 4 years old. He used to bounce me on his knee and tell me all about the great players at Spurs. And then obviously my brothers were playing and my dad used to play as well. So I just used to join in. It was like a family thing, but my dad was the one who inspired me to play football, and he encouraged me, which was when you think of, my dad was from Cyprus. Women were very under the thumb in that country. They were like lower citizens. But when he saw me, how passionate I was about playing football, he encouraged me, which I really appreciate. And I just fell in love with football. It's just my sport. I love playing. I love watching, like I said. And do you know what? When I was at school, I had so many good friends, and they treated me like an equal. But then when I started playing for Spurs, I saw the difference, because like parents would shout abuse at me, like really bad abuse, and other people would shout abuse as well. They just walking in the park watching the game, who weren't even associated with the game. They used to say derogatory remarks. It could be sexual, racial, whatever derogatory. It's still a derogatory remark at the end of the day. And I used to go home. At first, it used to affect me, but then when I go home and I saw the love my mum and dad gave me, it made me stronger. And talking to teammates as well, we all stuck together as a unit. So if any one of us got abused, we come together as a team, like the England team done recently when they were in a certain country, and they all went in support of one particular player who
yeah,
was getting a lot of abuse.
a lot
That's
of
what we
them.
used to
It's
do. And you
ridiculous.
rise above it. You rise above it. Otherwise, it will affect you, and it gets to your heart, and then you will melt. So
Yeah.
basically, you have to be a strong person to ride it. So it makes you realize that there are prejudice out there even now,
Oh, even now,
but
it's
now
disgusting. Yeah, it's
it's
sad.
dealt with better. It's dealt with better.
Well, it's like what
Whereas,
Kirst touched on, because the exposure is significantly higher. Everybody's got a cell phone
yes,
now, and this information travels around the world with the click of a button. So,
yes,
and
I agree.
it's basically like what you're saying. I can it basically come down to the old saying, what doesn't break you makes you.
Yes,
So,
and on the
fantastic
flip
for you
side of
for
that,
not taking it, to the point where it did end up affecting you and affecting
yeah,
your life and everything like that.
I
Because
know.
the children and I, as everybody knows, absolutely adore you. You're always so positive. You got such a great
Yeah,
energy. You're always so loving, and you're so engaging with everybody and everything like that. So we're glad. I know I am very glad that you were able to rise above the criticism and the abuse and the negative black cloud that people try to put over you,
yeah.
push that all aside, and still come out the sunshine that you are, because you are a treat. We are
Thank you.
honestly overjoyed
So are
to
you
have
guys.
become part of the YouTube family and have you in that family. We're just
Yeah.
really think you're awesome. And
Yep.
I was just
now, ladies, I know he's got a toughie for you. So this one,
Okay.
I'm glad you went and put Paisley down, Kirst, because I have to concentrate with this one. All right.
This is the one first.
This is the one before that one?
Yeah, I'm missing.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. This is still an easy one. You can double up then. You can double up. We'll let you go too. I missed you. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you double up then.
This one is for Kirst. Who is your favorite football player?
So my favourite football player, I absolutely love Højbjerg, the same as Elly. But to be honest, my all-time favourite football player, there's just so many. I tell you what, I'm going to stick with one that always stands out to me, and that's just going to be Sonny. I really love Sonny's energy. I love how he performs on the pitch. Yes, it's yours as well.
That is.
Yes. Yeah, I really love his energy.
Even his goal celebration when he plays football. That's he runs over to me. I'm coaching, so he runs literally half the length of the field to do this. I'm like, you were too tired to run back and track back, but you can run across the field and come over your camera.
Yeah, Faith, my 4-year-old, her favorite player is Sonny as well. She likes to do this.
She likes to do that too. Yeah.
Football.
You know what? He's just so infectious. He's got such that smile, man. You gotta love him.
That's it. He's great on and off the pitch.
Yeah, we would ask you, Elly, but we know the answer. So.
Yeah, but I do have Son on my back. Look, you see.
Hey, I love that.
I'm gonna get a Højbjerg.
That you have is phenomenal. The sun hat that you have with the picture underneath the lip.
Yeah, I've got that downstairs.
Yeah. No, don't go looking for it because we don't want you to lose your connection or something.
No.
Last time you went
No.
we lost you when you were in the stadium.
No. Oh no.
You got
There was a time delay. There was a time delay on what I heard.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it's their fault.
Yeah.
There was a time delay with what.
So it's Christian's fault.
So it's Christian's fault. Yeah, we blame Christian for all our tech stuff. Yeah. So, ladies.
Yeah.
This is the tough one now.
Okay, this one is for both of you.
Double.
Okay.
A double.
Who is your favorite superhero from DC and Marvel?
Ooh, they got to pick one each from each world.
Oh, right. I have 2 favorite superheroes, but you're going to hate me and never invite me back on. I don't know what's Marvel and what's DC. I just know superheroes.
Okay, yeah, let's boot her now. Let's see. We'll let you know if they're. You would have been better off not saying that and just giving us your answers, and then us saying they're actually both Marvel or both DC.
Correct us.
Go on then.
I really I like Aquaman, of course, and I like Spider-Man.
You've done it. You're good. Aquaman
is that one of each?
Spider-Man is Marvel. You just answered the damn question.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
I watch stuff and I don't know what
never
I'm
would have
watching.
known. And I don't know how to do editing, so we can't cut that part out. So
That's all right. No shit.
Go on, Elly.
And mine, I don't know what one's which, but I think I like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Marvel
Oh
covered.
my god! And I love Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Great.
He's
fantastic.
He's a fantastic actor.
You know what's funny? There's a rumor to that Tom Cruise was actually offered that role and he turned it down.
I've heard that.
Yeah. So I'm actually really glad he did because I can't imagine Tom Cruise being anywhere as funny as Robert Downey Jr. being as. Like I love Tom Cruise as a fantastic actor, but I don't see him as that jovial kind of happy kind of. He's more of a serious kind of guy, right? So, and who's your second one, Elly?
And then the second one, I would say, if I'm right, the Hulk.
That's still Marvel.
Is that?
And you just mentioned his 2 favorite superheroes. That's still Marvel.
I don't know any in DC.
You got Batman, you got the Flash, you got Superman, you got Green Lantern. They're DC.
Oh, I like
Wonder Woman. How can you have said Wonder Woman?
Actually, Wonder Woman. I like
we're going to go back 6 minutes in the stream and let you re-answer this question.
It is. The outfit is so hot. It must get some. I won't say it. There's boys about.
We'll say it for you. We love Wonder Woman.
I wore the Wonder Woman outfit when I was younger. I did.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my wife to get one, but I mean, Halloween.
I can ship over my old one if you like.
Halloween.
I can ship it
No,
over.
you know what you said. Go ahead.
You say, here, darling, I've got you a Christmas present.
It's just a bit early.
You'll see. You'll be early.
Yeah.
Elly, this question is for you. Like,
Okay.
we watched one of your streams and we heard you scored a lot of goals. But out of all those goals, which one is your favorite?
Ah, right. It was against West Ham United at their ground. I
When?
picked up in 1976.
Great year.
I was 14.
Great year.
I was 14.
I was born
remember
that
it
year.
well because there was quite a lot of people in the stadium as well. I think it was 22,000. Anyway, I picked up the
Wow.
ball from midfield
Wow.
and there was nothing on. So I did the Sonny. I did the straight
Hey.
for goal. I beat 3 players and I hit it into the top of the net.
Yeah.
Curled it round the goalie. It was brilliant. And I celebrated like a true Tottenham lady, you know, and I panned it. Yeah, and it was such a great feeling. When you score a goal, it's the best feeling in the world. There's nothing
No.
else like it. You know, boys, because you've scored many goals.
One day you will know that feeling too, son. You're a defender. It's okay. It's
He's a
okay.
defender. He's forgiven, isn't he, Dad?
He actually had his
If he
opportunity
scores
last
the
season in the
occasional goal.
semi-final, and unfortunately, he took his penalty and perfectly placed and just hit the inside of the post and came right back out. And I was standing there after all these years watching him play football. My camera's on, and I've seen him take penalties. And I'm like, yeah, my boy got this. I'm so excited. Hit the post, honestly, a piece of me sank inside for him. I was just like, and I just looked over at him, and I just saw him kind of shrug and walk away, and it was.
I told the coach 100% I'll score that as well.
Yeah, it's true. So, well, it happens. It happens.
It is a fantastic feeling, though.
You need to say something. Say something.
Actually, on my game on Thursday,
yes.
For my first assist, I dribbled past like their whole team and then.
Yeah, you went through 3 guys. Yeah.
Hey.
Well done.
You had three assists in the goal in the first game. Yeah. Not a bad first game. 3 assists and a goal.
Pretty bad to me.
Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah, but we have a deal going that if he doesn't get 5 goals within the first 3 games, then this might not be here.
No.
Daddy.
Stop trying to get the YouTube community to turn against me over your hair, okay? You need a damn haircut, boy.
No. They'll be after your dad. They'll be after
your hair.
The barber even already, he's like, no, I'm not doing it.
I'm not touching it. No,
I'm not touching
Look at that. Wow.
Wow. It's amazing.
I guess.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're getting serious now. Okay, so Kirst, I need to know exactly what is your role as an ambassador with Her Game 2 and with Tottenham. So what is the affiliations between Tottenham and Her Game 2, and what is it exactly you do to bridge those two together? Are they one role together, and what do you do?
Lovely. So we haven't yet got the partnership with Tottenham. Like, it's not official, but I've had numerous Zoom meetings with people within the club regarding it. So I can see it happening for next season. When, I don't know, especially now that obviously we're in the position that we are. Hopefully, though, we can try and get the ball rolling for kind of more the start of this season. I think it'll all just kind of depend on if they've got things already in place, maybe. So my kind of role as a lead ambassador is I have my own little team. So I've got 3 advocates. I've got Ashley Porter, I've got Maya Graham, and I've got Matt Hayes. So those 3 will help me with supporting the fans. If anyone reports anything, they will kind of come to me with it if they see it before I do, or I will go to the co-founders of Her Game 2 and I will be like, look, this has happened. Obviously, I need to take this further, or so we kind of just pass things on amongst each other so that way the right support can be put in place for the person that's affected. So with Tottenham, I basically will communicate with people within the club and those connected to the club. So I have a really good relationship going at the minute with the trust. Myself and the co-founder Amy. So we've had a few meetings with Kat and Rachel from the trust, just really regarding the campaign as a whole. Everyone who we've spoken to basically has been really supportive of what we do, what our aims are, things like that. So yeah, really, we just kind of want to obviously get them on board. They seem like they're really up for it, but they've just obviously announced Spurs Reach. I'm not sure if anyone here is familiar with Spurs Reach. Right,
No,
I don't want to mess this up. So let me just very quickly bring up their thing, because I don't want to say anything that's incorrect. Sorry, I won't be a second.
No worries.
But yeah, they've been working on this for quite a few months, so we've kind of had to kind of wait, if that makes sense, so that way nothing kind of overlaps or anything like that. So Spurs Reach, it says that their mission is to promote the values of Spurs fans from diverse backgrounds and champion for diversity, equality and inclusion. So they're the Spurs official race, ethnicity and cultural heritage supporters association. So everyone from like different backgrounds and things all kind of come together, and they're just like a nice support system. So like how we have Hair Game 2, they have the Spurs Reach. So yeah, we obviously didn't want anything to overlap while that was still in talks, while that was building, ready to be announced and stuff. So I think that now that that's out the way and that's out there to the public, I think that hopefully, possibly, maybe, I don't know for certain, Hair Game 2 might come into play now. But we can hope. But so we will work with them. Like, this is what we want to achieve anyways. We want to be able to work with them in order to help spread the campaign like around the stadium. So obviously we've got Kick It Out already. So one idea that we kind of already have in place is anything that we kind of receive, we can pass over to Kick It Out, or we can direct people to them, because obviously they're Spurs' main point of call for support at the minute, and we don't want to replace anything that's already in place, because obviously they do a lot already. They have helped the fans incredibly, and obviously we don't want to kind of step on anyone's toes or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully, like, one thing that we've done with other clubs is, like, when they've been warming up before the match, the players have wore our t-shirt, so awareness has been spread that way as well. Or do you know, like how we have the screens, like we've got the big tellies, like our campaign will be advertised up there, or there's posters in like the toilets, things like that. So one thing that Spurs have already got in place, which we don't need to work with them on, is a lot of football clubs don't provide sanitary products for females, and Spurs are actually really, like, we're fortunate as female fans because they already have free products available for women and for obviously like teenage girls and things. So
because here it's
really
very
good.
common. You go into the washrooms and stuff like that. There's always feminine products and everything. They have, I think, from my understanding, there's more like vending machines where you have to pay for them and everything. But at least the accessibility is there, the availability is there, right?
Yeah, see, you'd be surprised. Like, we have so many clubs that we've partnered with that we've had to work with them on in order for them to actually provide products, or to get something like the machine, like you've just said, in place, because so many stadiums, obviously we're lucky at Spurs, we get them free, but so many clubs don't have anything, and obviously this is a problem for a lot of them. So
well, like you said, it's a male-dominated sport, right? So male-dominated in terms of the fan base as well. But now, because of what yourselves, people like yourself, are doing, and then, of course, the backbone of people like Elly, where you guys kind of are creating the bridge in between the two of you now, from what her past experiences were to what the present and future experiences should be for other women footballers, other women fans, and everything like that. And you're doing exactly what you need to do, is spreading the word, getting the word out there, because that's where we have this advantage of having this virtual world, that here we are now sitting as 3 Indian males in Canada speaking to a red-headed lady in England and a Greek lady that's in England, you know, so different cultures, different sexes, different backgrounds, different physical appearances. And here we all are all together, united as Spurs fans, united as fans of football in general, and united as fans of humanity. Because at the end of the day, just because we're at a stadium, why do we forget our humanity and forget how to treat each other with respect? I appreciate that the game has passion to it, but it doesn't mean you have the right to degrade other people from it. Now, I don't think it's wrong that you point and laugh at the other team when they're losing, especially ones like Arsenal. But there is certain things that we do need to bring up in the forefront in terms of respect. And again, credit to you ladies for doing it and putting yourselves out there, because, Kirst, you especially being a young lady, mother of two, wife, you're exposing yourself in a male-dominated industry where you can get men turning around saying, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing here anyway? You don't belong here. You go. Shouldn't you be taking care of the children? Shouldn't you be cooking and cleaning? And well, buddy, why don't you go grab your club and put on your fur jacket? Because obviously you're still a caveman. So, your mentality is just absolutely stupid. Because now, for me personally, I think this is fantastic because I have nieces. So I want to see my nieces afforded the same opportunities that my sons are, because they're like my daughters, obviously. It's very important that these things are recognized and brought to. I hope we didn't lose. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think it's excellent that you guys are bringing this to the forefront. But you're up, my man.
I am.
You're up or you're up? Which one? I keep rambling. Sorry.
I did the
You did the gold thing. Then it was me. I just did the ambassador thing. So it's your turn. You want to do that one? Do that one.
Should I just finish off the same both of these?
No. No, just do Kirst first, because we are getting into the point where we're going to start wrapping up shortly and everything.
Exactly.
We're only 40. We've got lots of time here still.
Okay.
So we still got to go through these. I got to go through this. You probably got a few more here, and can you at least cover your mouth and have some respect? God, you wonder why I don't beat you. Like,
I'm sorry.
Live stream beating coming up on the next episode of Off the Pitch. So
We forgive him.
all right, go on.
This one is for Kirst.
This one for Kirst. Okay, Kirst again, doubling up.
What is your favorite game ever at the stadium?
Oh, that's
No, that was a question you were asking both. That was for both.
No, that was for both.
Yeah,
That's
you told me you
that's
wanted to
a
do this
tough
for both
one.
too,
Let
because
me
Elly
just-
goes to the games. Remember?
Oh yeah.
You said. Okay, so we'll let Kirst answer first, then we'll let Elly answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So at the Tottenham Stadium, well, I've actually never been to a home game, so I can only go with what I've seen from the telly. Like, I've only ever done away games. So
Okay, your favorite away game, Golden. We want when you yourself had the goosebumps and your hair was standing up and everything.
Honestly, guys, I'm still honestly, it sounds terrible. I'm
moment.
still waiting. I'm
pick
still
Kirst
waiting to
again.
witness a Spurs win live. Every game I've been to, we've lost.
Stop going to the game.
literally.
Can you please get outside and just concentrate on her game
You've
too?
got to take
Please,
my
no more
lucky
going
stone
to
with
the
you,
stadium.
Kirst.
There you go.
I
You
need
to
at least
borrow
two,
Elly's
yeah.
rock. You need to borrow Elly's lucky rock. That's what you need.
Honestly, it's me. I go to Hull City games quite a lot as well, and with them being so local, and every game we've either drawn or we've lost. I've never ever seen a win, and I've been to a lot of games.
I don't know what to say either. I'm kind of.
So,
I don't
yeah.
know. What do we do here, boys? Like, do we end the interview? Do we not post this thing now? Like, I don't know what to do here. I'm not
lied,
here,
Kirst.
boys. I'm so
Lied.
confused.
I should have lied. Yeah.
You should have lied.
Bring back Paisley. Bring back Paisley.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Lock it. Thank you.
If
If you want, yeah.
I should have lied and said that I went to the one of my favorite away games that I didn't go to, could have gone to, but I actually had tickets. I had to sell my tickets. Was to the Man United game. I'm sure it was the away one where we won them 6-1.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had
Yeah.
tickets for that game. I can't remember if it was home or away, but I had to sell my tickets just because obviously like childcare and things. And I was quite
We can
fortunate.
babysit.
Actually.
We can babysit if you ever need. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just send them overseas.
Yeah. That's it.
Just
They're
get on a
small.
plane,
You can
you're
just
okay.
quickly you put them in a Purelator box or FedEx or Royal Mail, whatever you got. Send them priority. We'll watch them for the day and ship them right back. Send the return label too. Yeah. Elly, you're up. So he needs. What was the question? What was your question?
It's at the stadium, isn't it?
Your favorite game ever at the stadium? You've got a lot to choose from.
At the new one and the old one as well.
Both. Your favorite
Okay.
game at White Hart Lane, your favorite game at Tottenham Hotspurs,
Right,
yet to
so
be
my-
named Amazon Stadium.
Oh, My
Damaging.
favourite game at White Lane is when we beat Wigan 9-1.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was the Defoe special, right? Where you had the
Yeah, he
5
scored 5 goals. Yeah, it's so brilliant. Like,
5
you
goals
know,
in one game.
if you get 1 or 2 in a game, but you get 9, you're celebrating. And it
Yeah.
was such a brilliant atmosphere in the ground, you know. And everybody loves Jermaine Defoe. You know why? Because he's fantastic and he's got a special name, hasn't it? Jermaine Defoe. He's kiddo.
There you go. There you
Right,
go. And
and
he's
then
still, you know what? He's still a class act too. He really is.
yes,
Hit Jay's
he
first
is.
game actually ever for his first professional football match we ever went to watch was here in Toronto when it was the tribute game for Jermaine Defoe when Spurs came over to
Brilliant.
play TFC. So that was
Oh
the
my
first time.
God,
It was
what
July
a great player.
2014.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he has yet to go to a professional game, which will change
Ah,
this summer.
yeah.
Well, if I
promise-
get tickets, you
I
can have
promise
mine.
you on a
Yeah.
live stream. I'm telling you right now. I promise you, I will take you to a game this summer.
You take me too, yeah?
No.
No.
Right, and believe
got
it or not, my favourite game at the new stadium is when we played Arsenal. No, not
That
Thursday.
3-0, that most
Oh
recent
my
one.
3-0.
The
That, oh my God,
atmosphere.
that
The
atmosphere.
atmosphere was
Oh.
electrifying. It didn't even catch it on TV.
No,
When
but
you're
thank
at-
God, like Stell and
It
Iggy, the
talks.
Tottenham Away boys posted a
Yeah.
lot of videos
Yeah,
from
I've got
outside,
footage
and
that I'm going to
was
send you as well.
phenomenal to
But
see.
oh my God, it was amazing. And the people that I was round, you know, when you're round people that are passionate as well, because sometimes you go to
You
matches
feed off the
and
energy.
you're
Yeah.
sitting next to some Neggy Nora or something. And it doesn't bring you down, but it's not nice. You want to bounce off people.
Yeah.
You don't even know them, but you still want to bounce
You
off
want to
them.
get that energy level up.
'cause
Yeah, definitely.
You're part of the family, aren't you? So
Exactly.
yeah, it was brilliant. And when Kane scored that penalty, the whole ground, you could feel it from under your feet. It's like a volcano erupting. It was magnificent. And then he scored the second goal, and then we thought, right, we're going to win this now. We always thought we were going to win it, but when he
Yeah.
scored the second one, it made it safer in our hearts, you know, that we were going to go on and win.
Yeah.
And then I went home that night and I thought, we're going to get top 4 for certain. I was always confident, but I was 100% confident then that we
Yeah.
were going to do it because I knew Newcastle were going to smash them. Yeah,
So I didn't
come
write
on.
this question down, guys, but I want to ask now that Ellie's brought it up. I need to ask.
It's my turn, though.
I know it's your turn, but it's my house.
That hurts my feelings.
I don't. Your feelings are not my concern. Tell your mother.
But you
I know,
told
but this is
mother
a
when you weren't
question.
allowed on
This
the
is a
screen.
question I want all 4 of you to answer for
This
me.
is why I like coming on this show. It's brilliant.
Where do Arsenal get battered?
Everywhere.
Everywhere they go,
Arsenal
get battered.
Everywhere they go. Everywhere they
Everywhere they go.
Simple question. Simple question.
I'm
Simple
still
question.
highly
Now you
offended.
can ask your question, Mr. Sensitive. Don't go running to your mom.
I don't want to.
Go on. You don't want to ask it anymore.
Mommy,
Oh, okay,
go.
sorry. You need a bit of coddling.
Let me do it.
You're such a good boy. I love you. Really, I do.
You do?
When I tell you I don't like you, I don't mean it. You know what? Don't get jealous. Get off me. Yes, I like this one too.
Yeah.
Okay, now ask your question.
Okay. This one is for Kirst. Is your family supportive of your role?
Very, yeah. So, when we went to basically Hair Game 2 had a 1-year anniversary party, like so all of us met up for the first time, and we had these little badges. I'll just quickly take it off so that way I can show you properly. Everyone was able to get a little badge, and I took one for my family, and my dad wears it.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad wears it with so much pride. Bless him.
Ah, good for him. And he should.
Yeah.
And he should. Good for you,
Yeah.
Papa Kirst.
So yeah, so he wears my little badge. Bless him. My brothers have just bought one as well because we've finally got them out to the public. So they've just bought one. So when theirs arrives, they'll be wearing them as well, which is great.
Is there any way we could share that link or anything so we
Yeah,
can let
of
people know
course.
where they'd
So,
be able to get it? How would I do that? Or
so I don't know the exact link off the top of my head, but we've partnered up with a guy on Twitter called it's the Squiggly A and then the Badgeman Ltd, so Badgeman Limited.
Badgeman Ltd. Okay, so let's.
Badgeman, yeah.
So it's a number 8. You said.
No, badge. 1 second.
Yeah, if you can bring it up and just show us maybe the screenshot or something of it, bring it up on screen so people know exactly what to look for and everything. And bless you, son.
Sorry.
And
so hopefully it shows.
So yeah, you see that, everybody? Just hold it right there. Okay, you got that. The Badgeman Ltd. And somebody shared your tweet. He just got a notification.
Yeah.
That happens.
So there you go, the Badgeman Ltd. Get your pin over there. Let's support this fantastic cause. We will get over there and let's see if we can get shipping to Canada because we need 4 of them, right? No, 5 of them, right? 5.
1, 2, 3.
There's us 3. We've got to get one for Paul, and we've got to get one for your other brother living up there, Ryan, right? We're gonna get one for all of you.
Get one for Grandpa.
One for Grandpa?
Baseball.
But yeah, we'll get one for my father. He won't even know what game we're talking about, which actually just says her game too. Doesn't say which game, right? You got a last one to ask up there, buddy?
I do.
Okay, let's do your last question then.
This one is for Queen Elly Hoybier.
Ooh.
I
love that.
I think Elly likes when you give her full title, Queen.
It's so cute.
Hi, Elly. Like, yeah, I know you. We're back. I knew her before she was the queen. Go on, then, son.
This one is for Queen Elly. When was your first game professionally?
Aha. Right, so that was in 1974. I was 12 years old.
12 years old, it was considered a professional level?
Well, I was 12 years old because in those times, the professional level was that age. Nobody got to 20 and then they were a professional. We all played right at that same level. So because the girls' game wasn't big then. Right. It was like 10, 11, 12-year-olds. So we were playing against one another. So we consider that our professional level. But probably the first one where I actually got paid a fee was when I was 16. And they didn't really pay you like outright for playing. They paid you for going to the match, your expenses, and a few bonuses here and there. But I was about, say, 16, and it was against the enemy, Arsenal. I don't like to say that name.
Cover your ears, boys, cover your ears. The language, Elly. My goodness, there's children here.
And we actually won 2-1. So
I don't know
in those days, Arsenal weren't as good as they are now. But in those days, Arsenal weren't as good, but I was really happy that they didn't win the league. I know, because it extends to the women's game as well.
Look at the smile. Look at the smile. Look at that smile.
I know.
Ellie's a little too happy.
Because you don't want your enemy to win. Because I went to the Spurs-Arsenal game at the Hive. It was a fantastic game. It was 1-1, and we were winning, and it went into extra time, and then they scored this. They scored, made it 1-1. But prior to that, we'd lost to them in the cup, so we'd done really well. And the girls' team at Spurs is really progressing well. Really, they finished 5th in the league, so that's really good. So they were
last year, like really close to the bottom, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
The season even.
Yeah, they were quite near the bottom.
Poorly, and then they brought Morgan in.
The level of their football has grown, and I think last year they got Alex Morgan in as well, the American lady. She went back now. She's gone back now, but they've got some really good players.
Oh, I thought she was still with the team. Okay,
she's gone back now.
I know she was on loan, but I didn't know she had gone back. I didn't know loan
she has gone back. But they've got some really solid players. Defensively, they're brilliant. Brilliant defensively. In the midfield, they're okay. Attack, they need a little bit more improvement because they've got to score more goals. A bit like our team, really.
I was going to say, you're not fully professionally retired, are you? You could always go back.
No, like I went into coaching and I've done my coaching badges.
Oh,
but
nice.
I have to renew them. Okay. Because I'm 60 now,
Do it, Elly. Come on, man.
Yeah, I do want to do
Elly,
it.
you do not look
I've got all the time in
awesome.
the world to do it.
You know what?
Right,
I'll tell you right now. I
it'll
would
keep
bet
me
you
fit
money.
as well.
Kirst would love to have you coaching her girls.
Oh yeah.
I
Your
would.
energy,
In
your
fact, me and
attitude,
Elly
you're
should
such
do
a-
it together.
Yeah.
I coach on a
There you go.
Wednesday. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. There
I
you
like
go.
it. I
Kirst
like
and
it because
Elly's coaching academy.
I was at
Next opening.
because I was at Stell's
Did
coaching
you hear what he
academy.
said? Can I go?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Of
You got your
course,
first
of course
member.
you can.
Of course you
Yeah,
can. You
first
can have
member.
you
Me
can have
too.
free entry.
You know Stelios
Elly, I can
boys.
scrub
You got two movie. You got two. He might score a goal if
Yeah.
you teach him how to take a shot. There you go.
You know Stelios.
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Stelios.
Yeah,
Coach
Stelios
Stel.
is a coach.
I
Coach
was
Stel,
at his football academy for a little while coaching,
Oh,
and I broke my foot.
Oh,
Stupid
geez.
Oh my
builders.
gosh.
Well, I heard he
actually-
owes you a really nice curry on the next curry night. He's going to
He
be picking up
does.
your
He
dinner.
does.
So
Oh my
you know
God.
what?
And
That roast they did of him the other night. Good
I
sport.
know, it's
He's a good sport.
brilliant.
He's a
I
good sport
missed
to take.
it.
Oh,
I'm
go back and
I'm
watch
gonna
it,
have to
Kirst.
watch it.
It's a good
Yeah,
one.
you
It's a
got to
good
watch
one.
it. It's
It's a good
brilliant.
laugh. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
Look
laugh.
at all the
It's a-
comments.
It's,
Look at all the comments
we'll
because the
watch it. I'll
comments
show it
in
to you
the
later.
chat
It's a
are
good one.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
it's
like
a
you
good
know,
one.
you said something earlier, Elly, that I was actually a little bit shocked with when you told me that you had 22,000 fans at your game
because
against
what
West
they
Ham in
did,
'76. Because I honestly didn't think that the recognition of football, women's football,
yeah,
has
a lot of
gotten the
people don't know
recognition it
this.
deserves till recently over the last few years.
It was
Because
actually
you look,
22,000. But
sorry,
yeah, it was actually 22,000 because
22,000, right?
because West Ham are quite passionate football fans.
Good.
I don't know if you noticed that, but they really are. They
Well,
back
in
a
England in
team
general
that
is
hasn't
very
done
good.
anything.
Right?
You think they back a team that hasn't really won much in their whole history, yet
Yeah.
they still go week in, week out.
Their
So
academy has been great at
yeah,
producing players, so they're
it was
obviously doing something
amazing.
right
I
somewhere.
couldn't believe it because it was one of those matches because Spurs were up and coming as well, and West Ham had a very good team. But yeah, I was so shocked that there were so many there because in those days you'd get 1,000 or 2,000 if you were lucky.
Yeah, that's
you
what
were
I
lucky.
honestly assumed that you were going to say because,
Yeah.
like, I watched the Women's World Cup, and we were blown
It
away.
was 40,
Quality of football,
50,000.
the stands, the passion, the singing. I was
know.
like, guys, why the hell are we not there? Why did we go to a game? Like,
Yeah.
and then
And
we
I
went
don't
to.
know.
My best friends are part Dutch, so the Holland USA final, we went and watched
Yeah.
with them at their mom's house, the boys' Oma, and it was we
Yeah.
were blown away. I was just like, why have we not ourselves, who are football fans, given this more attention and more recognition as
Of
ourselves?
course.
So we're
Yeah.
guilty of not supporting women's football appropriately and the way it should be supported. So again, good on you guys for getting that recognition out there because it's important because you can't support something you don't really know about or put some interest into.
Yeah, true.
So the fact that you guys are kind of giving people that first stepping stone to go forward is fantastic.
Yeah, and
there-
like, I don't know if you know this, Bobby, but Spurs lit the
If England
ladies'
make the
team.
World Cup final, can we fly to Qatar and watch it?
Yeah.
The answer I can give you right now is hell no.
Why?
I am a bus driver, not a. What do you think I do? You know what a flight to Qatar is?
So the average
It's a lot.
in Canada
Okay,
for a
sure,
single
okay,
person
well,
is
I don't know if you know this, Bobby. I just wanted to say that Spurs lit the Spurs
USA,
ladies
yes.
play
Wow,
at the new stadium. I think it was not last season. I think it was the year before. Before COVID, they let them play at the stadium. I think it was the year we played in the Champions League, and they let them play, and there was over 30,000 fans at White Hart
Yeah,
Lane.
they do a lot, Elly, at the new stadium. Even this season, they do
Yeah.
a lot of like opportunities as well for the fans to meet the players. Like the fans can all come down to the bottom stands, and the players will just stand there and they'll just sign like
And
flags,
sign. They
shirts.
did that at the
Oh,
Hype
that's
as
Yeah.
well.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's really
That's
good.
I really
good.
like the prices. It's so
Yeah, it's
cheap.
like it's £4 or £5
It's-
or
That's
£8
it. Yeah,
occasionally.
it's
really
barely
good.
nothing. And then you look at the men's team prices, and
I know.
if I can't ever get a ticket because I'm not a season ticket holder, if I ever
Right.
can't get a ticket, you're looking like 30 quid, aren't you, for a ticket compared to the women's team? It's mad.
if you're lucky.
Well, it's not going to be long before.
Yeah. I
Right.
say 30 quid. 30 quid usually like away prices, but the home
away
ticket,
prices. Home,
Pounds.
yeah.
45,
We'll call pounds
I think
quid.
45
Yeah, you're looking a lot
is
more for the home
40,
games, aren't
45
you?
Just ask me what a
the
quid
cheapest.
is.
Yeah.
Quid. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's
He
a
knows what a
pound.
squid is, but he doesn't know what a quid is.
Yeah, £1.
Yeah, sorry, it's a
They
pound.
call cents pence.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
call them pence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who copied who?
Who copied who? They copied us because we're great.
I thought
You're talking
We
crazy,
won't
Doug. It's too
mention
early. You
the
haven't had a
Boston
coffee
Tea
yet.
Party.
I'm gonna ask you my last question now, Kirst, before we let
It's
Jay.
my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then you ask your last question. No, you got two. Okay, so you
I
ask
got
that
a
one.
lot
then.
of questions.
Okay,
left.
but no, you got this one. You're here.
Oh yeah. My bad. I love you.
One. You're
okay.
done. I've got one.
Actually, but
and
like
then
this is
he's
like
gonna
8
do.
questions in one, isn't it?
No, just ask that one.
Okay. This one's for Elly. What position did you play and what was your favorite number?
Okay,
Your
right.
question says, "What is your favorite position to play, and what was your favorite jersey number?"
Okay,
Well, sorry.
I can answer that. I was a creative midfielder. Just like Ericsson
Midfield?
and Modric. And my
Modric.
favourite number was number 10. I love the number 10 shirt because all the best players wear number 10.
7 or 10, they're the normal ones that.
Yeah, there's number 7 because of Georgie Best, and number 10 because all the great players wore number 10. So, yeah, I like the number 10 as well because it's 1-0. I love it. And you
so
can draw
cute,
a,
Elly.
you
You're
can
awesome.
draw
You're
you can
awesome.
draw a smiley face in the 0 as well if you like.
There you go.
But you're kind of wrong with that because Sun wears number 7.
Who is number 7?
Sonny.
Son.
You said you're kind of
Oh, yeah,
wrong.
number
The best
7.
players
But
wear
it's
number
George
10 because
Best.
Sonny's wearing 7.
And I
Yeah, I agree with you because it was George Best's old number, and George Best was like hailed as a hero. But
Is George Best Callum Best's dad?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Callum.
he is.
Callum. He's
Callum
now the
Best.
chairman of Dorking, and he is the one that helped. He's a really good partner with Head Game Too. He's done a lot of the
brilliant.
campaign. Yeah, he was our
He's
host for the event that we had earlier in the month as well. Yeah, we managed to meet him. Like, he went to the event. He's such a lovely guy. We were sat watching the Liverpool game together.
He is.
I'm
He's
glad
a
you actually went into
gorgeous
that,
man
Chris,
as
because my
well.
last question was going to be for you in terms of what do you think was the turning point to get the exposure to Her Game 2 elevated? You know, you said you had that viral, the video that went out and obviously gained you guys exposure immediately kind of thing. But do you feel that the exposure and the growth is associated with almost a sheep mentality, whereas one club has signed up, so now a second club will follow suit, then a third club will follow suit? Or do you think that it is truly the clubs being independent and showing that they do want to support this initiative?
To be honest, Bobby, I think that it's a bit of both. Like, I think obviously the more clubs that get involved is fantastic because the clubs will advertise the campaign, and obviously say a club has, I don't know, even like 100 following or like 100 people that attend games, or even if they've got 10, that's more people who are aware of us. So the more clubs that partner with us, the more exposure we're going to get, because obviously they will share to all of their fans, and they could have, like, say, we've just partnered up with Aston Villa. They've got, I think, 2 million on Twitter. So when they advertised our campaign, that was potentially, if obviously all the people saw the post, that could have been like 2 million people who was then aware that we existed. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's things like this.
It's the technology. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And obviously, then if there's, I don't know, like, say, football players who share the campaign as well, like we have a photo of Christian Eriksen wearing our t-shirt, that got us a lot of exposure as well. And just word of mouth as well. Like, the more people who share things, like, say if someone was to write something online and then someone was to comment something.
What about even reaching out to the American footballers? Because we know
we have one. So it's at Hair Game 2 USA. So we have actually got an American branch, which Callum Best did help with as well. He helped set that up.
I
So
find
yeah,
they have a lot more exposure into women's game because the women's game is a lot more recognized over there. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
you figured it'd be in England that it would be. Everybody loves
yeah.
football.
I think that's kind of why we decided
The
to
USA's
branch
done
out
very
over
well.
there. Yeah, so we've got Hair Game 2 over there, and then we've obviously got the Hair Game 2-1 here. So we have got like a completely like another team, I want to call it, like over there. One of the co-founders is an Arsenal fan as well, so we need to get a Spurs fan on board in America.
Yeah.
Poor children. The language they've been exposed to this morning.
I know, swear word.
Oh, goodness. I
Yeah,
never knew
I
ladies'
apologize.
night was going to be so vulgar. Holy.
But yeah, just the word of mouth, and then obviously if someone was to receive something awful online, and then if someone was to comment on it tagging us, or if there was to quote tweet it and be like, oh well, this is a prime example of why Hair Game 2 exists, we have a lot of people that way, and then other people will like click the link, they'll follow us, and then they message us, or they'll email, or they'll say that they want to join our team. So our team's constantly expanding as well. We've got so many ambassadors for clubs of all different leagues. I think we've got like there's about 50 of us now. And then obviously some of us have got like our own little teams. Like I say, I have 3 advocates. Birmingham City, our ambassador Emily, she's got I think maybe 3. Yeah, we've just got so many. Like the team's just never ending. It's fantastic. So many people want to get involved, and obviously things like this as well. It's just great just to be able to get out there, really.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that we're not
Brilliant.
that big, but hopefully, even if we can get a handful of people to get out there and start spreading the word, that's all it takes sometimes, right? It's the trickle effect that the telephone line, as they say it, one person telling one person tells 2 person tells 5
That's
people,
it,
kind of
yeah.
thing. And that's all we're hoping out of this. So all of you that are watching, guys, come on now. This, give the girls some love, give the ladies some love, because if you watch them play, let's face it, there's a lot of them that would skin us alive on that field. So no more underrating the power of the women out there, right? So let's start respecting them and appreciating what they're bringing to the game. And I will let the big fella this time do the last question and the wrap up with you, ladies. I will say thank you very much for your time quickly first, and now I will let you go.
Thank you.
Thank
If
you.
Tottenham make the Champions League final, will you let us travel to Europe and watch it, please?
If we make the Champions League final, will I travel to Europe and let you watch it?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
How's this?
Oh my
Instead,
God.
I will make a commitment to you now on live that before the end of next year, before the end of 2023, we will end up in England, in London, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for at least 3 days, where we do the Tottenham tour, stadium tour, go to a game. We will get good seats, not sitting up in the middle of nowhere, somewhere out on the roof, and we will meet every single one of these people we can in person.
Yes.
Yay.
How close will we be to the pitch?
I'll get you. We'll sit on the pitch. How's that? We'll go sit. Yeah, I'll just make one phone call. I'll call up Mr. Gold. Hey, Ali, can you do me a favor? Right, we'll sit in the press box with him. Okay, can you finish this up, please? The ladies got stuff to do. Poor Paisley has been so quiet. The Kirst is
I had to put her down for a nap. Yeah, she's gone.
Okay. Can you both please explain what can be done to expand recognition and importance of the woman in the game?
Her game too.
Her game too. I'm sorry, but your questions are what important.
Well, it is women.
Women
In the game.
You wrote this.
learn right your own
Ladies,
stuff then.
please explain what can be done to expand the recognition and importance of women in the game.
Women in the game, exactly.
You could have said her game too.
The question is, what can be done to expand the recognition
not
of
written
importance of the
properly,
women
yeah?
in the game? No, you just didn't read it properly. I even
You
cleaned your
didn't
specs.
write it properly.
Ladies, go ahead.
Got the question.
So I would say, for example, Bobby is a perfect example of like a dad and uncle. Like you're educating the younger generation who essentially are the next generation of football fans. So when, for example, my daughters will both be old enough, if they go to football games, they'll be around people, obviously both your son's age, or say if your nieces went to football games, things like this in the future. If they're influenced from a young age, that will stay with them. So we like to say as well that a lot of, this is why we're really happy to see a lot of football players when they promote the campaign, when they wear the T-shirt and things like that, because obviously they're such like a big role model to the next generation and to even teenage boys now who go to games and stuff. So if you help just educate, like say for example, I don't know, things that people don't even pick up on sometimes. So like say you're crying like a girl or you're running like a girl. Like say if someone was playing football and someone was to shout that to them, obviously that's an offence towards female football players. That's an offence just to females in general. So perhaps like if you was to go to shout that, maybe just quickly think, actually, no, I won't, because obviously that can come across offensive. Just if ever you come across anything, like say if anyone is ever upset by a comment that's made to them, or if they ever don't feel safe at a ground, or perhaps airing their opinion online, things like that, you can always point them in our direction. I've actually put here, I've made a little group. It's a Hair Game 2 Tottenham dedicated account. It's on Twitter and Instagram. So if anyone who is a Spurs fan does want to ever report anything, or if they want to get involved somehow, or if they want some advice on how they can potentially like help their daughters, nieces, girlfriends, wives, whatever, you can literally find us right here. Myself,
I'm doing it, and if I can find it, who's had Twitter for like 3 days now, then you all should be able to do it. Okay?
Yeah, so myself, Ashley, Maya, and Matt, we all have access to the account. So one of us will pick the message up or comment if you was to tag us in a comment, and
that's how easy it is, folks. I just had to type in @HGT and it came up right away. So never mind, I was already following. So
so yeah, that is us. You can find us there. You can always share any reports there. I forgot now what the question was. I've rambled on.
No, that's what we just basically. What do you think can be done to add recognition to this and everything? Add recognition into the.
Just support people. Like when last summer, I always admired watching streams. And Bob invited me onto the first ever stream I did. My voice is going a bit. It was on Bob Spur TV. I think it was an In the Wall special. There was a lot of us. It was a full house.
Bob always likes to have a party.
Yeah, for sure. I love that guy.
Who doesn't?
Full house, and
he was the one. The courtesy of him, we have a new intro video. So thank you, Bob Spur.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, that guy honestly is amazing. Yes. It's because of him actually why I allowed myself to get so out there, because him giving me the chance that he did when I very first started out, it helped me obviously develop my confidence with speaking with male football fans, because before I would always kind of be a bit standoffish, like I was never fully 100%. I was
you're a girl, what do you know, go away.
But obviously the guys that are involved within the Tottenham community, things like that, obviously we've such a good relationship with all of them. Like I've not fallen out with anybody or anything. Everyone has always been so supportive of me as a football fan. I'm sure Elly can relate as well.
Yeah.
And obviously me and Elly have been able to meet each other.
Lucky you. We want to meet Elly too.
Oh no, like we've never met in person.
Okay.
But yeah, we actually look at Elly like a big sister, and it's the same with Kim as well. I love Kim. She's a huge support as well.
Kim's fantastic.
So yeah, just
great people. The whole community is
absolutely
great people.
Yeah.
We're really lucky. And what about you, Elly? What do you think that could be done to be added some recognition into this initiative, making sure that girls are getting the proper respect that they need through all aspects, not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well? Because we are off the pitch right now.
Like I said, it starts in grassroots, from mums and dads educating their kids in schools. The media have a big part to play in this as well, because look how far they've gone with lots of other campaigns that have helped the cause in their respective areas. But I also think, I'll give you an example. When I was maybe 10-15 years ago, I was on the train and I was talking to my daughters about football, and this guy on the train said, "What do girls know about football?" Like you say. Then I went over to him and I was talking about. Well, I should have. Yeah, I should have.
That's what I know. Shut it.
I educated him. I said, "Look, I was talking about football," and he goes, "Bloody hell, you know your stuff." And I got his respect. That's what it is. Get respect on women's name.
Yeah.
Just like we're not saying we want more respect than the men. We want the same respect that's given to a male pundit. If they're on telly talking about football, you see so many women pundits now, and they're getting
Yes.
recognition, and they're getting
Yes.
into Sky Sports.
Yeah.
Sky Sports, and like they're becoming commentators, referees. We've seen quite a long time referees and linesmen, but so much more is happening in the game to promote women in a stronger light. And young boys like your young boys, they see this and they see it as a positive. And all you have to do as a dad is just drum it into them that it's very important to treat women the same as you would treat another male footballer, or any sport they're playing, not just football, any sport.
Not even just football in general.
Yeah, just
Just
in
in general,
general.
have courtesy and respect for each other as human beings.
Well, as
We got to
a
stop
woman.
looking at race, creed, culture, color, sex, all these
That's
different
right.
things. Ageism doesn't mean anything. Here we are sitting,
Even
three
the
people,
color
three
of your
different
hair,
cultures, three different ages, different backgrounds, different, raising, society acceptance, everything, all this stuff. Yet here we are all bonded with one unity of the love of football in Tottenham.
Of course.
And, why not let that love expand into something grander and greater into the world? So,
yes.
That's all I've basically got to say right about it.
It doesn't matter who's getting abused, male or female. Just treat everybody like an equal.
Oh yeah, you see it on both sides. Yep.
Have a kind heart and think before you talk.
Yeah, unless you're an Arsenal fan, I gotta agree with that.
Like, as much as I love Elly,
some people from old school.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we had a chat about this, Kirst. We weren't sure if we could let you on with the red hair. But then we made an executive decision, and we thought, okay, we're not going to make her dye it blue. So.
Well, in my defense, my bed is like pine, and my hair kind of blends. So just say my hair's like.
That's why you went and then set yourself in that setting. Just
so
for
it's not red, it's orange.
It's orange.
It's orange. That's like another thing, like what you've just touched on as well. Like that's why we're hair game too. Like it's not just hair game. Like we don't want to rub it in people's faces that females obviously can support football. We want it to be an inclusion. Like we want just to be treated as equals. And a lot of people kind of ignore. Yeah. A lot of people kind of ignore the third word in our name, which is obviously is too. They just kind of see it as hair game, and they think that we're pushing. Like we just want it to be all about women, and that's not the case at all. We genuinely, like what Elly said, there's so many more female commentators now, and they always get awful comments online, and it makes you kind of think to yourself, like, obviously we know that the male pundits get commented on, but they don't get the same type of comments.
Well, you're not going to get sexist comments as the way you would with the females. You're going to have inappropriate comments where, why don't you show me, expose yourself or something like that, where you're not going to get that from the male pundit saying, hey, pull your pants down.
And people can make comments like, it's one thing that we have received before is like, it's such a woke generation, and it's not about that. It's just about being it's about being a decent human and respecting one another. Yeah. It's not about what you want to push, or there's no agendas or anything.
Just civil. Yeah. Just the basics of civility between people. We're forgetting that.
Yeah.
Ladies, we're in an hour and 15 minutes here. I cannot express my gratitude enough for you giving us this much time out of your lives. Kirst, you got the little one that's worried about running around.
It's fine. Honestly, I think all the talking that she did has tired her out because she's asleep. So.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah.
You enjoy your break time. Elly, you've made yourself readily available for us on a regular basis. You're always willing to help out. We can't thank you enough for that. You're just, you're just been absolutely fantastic. But there is one thing before you go, Elly, I think you need to do with us. With Kirst at least before you go, because it's something that the two of you have had your own little thing going on about, and this is a Spurs channel at the end of the day. So I think us three here with us two with Kirst here, the three of us can just do a simple "Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!"
And then I think the two of you got your own little. We'll slide over here, son. We'll
Yeah,
slide.
just
Oh, look, he's
slide over,
cracking his
slide
knuckles
over.
and getting ready.
I'll tell you what.
He's
Ready?
cracking his-
1, 2, 3. Come on, you
Elly, you're getting there. You're
love
getting there.
doing
You're
that.
getting the depth, the range, the way Sean has been teaching us the pitch notes and everything for game day.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to find out what's the note.
I
what
love
note
how he
keys
shouts
you
it. It's
can-
I
game
love
day.
this game day.
Love
That's
it.
fantastic. Yeah, ladies, I really appreciate your time. Is there anything that you'd like to add on? Where can the people find you? Can you give us your Twitter handles, any YouTube channels? Is there any appearances, any events that are going to be coming up that you can let the people know about before we let you go?
Yeah, we're going to have a massive YouTube gathering at Trent Park.
Trent Park, party in the park for Daigle.
Party in the park for Daigle. Yeah,
I
so
will be seeing him in about a half hour.
Yeah, that's something exciting and brilliant to look forward to. And then basically just you can find me at the Irish Hotspur usually on the member show and other shows that they invite me on. Tottenham Away, Will Stewart. I love Will Stewart. He's lovely. And the Three Spurs boys. Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
Yeah.
We've seen you
my
jump in with
favourite
Mari a couple of
channel.
times too. Don't forget Mari now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you'd like
hadn't
to
even-
jump in
love
with
Mari.
Mari.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, brilliant. I love all the channels. I've
Yeah.
got a special place in my heart for your little boys. They're
No, I appreciate
fantastic.
that. Elly, you got a big place in our heart.
Yeah.
So, and Kirst, what's going on? What's going to be coming up? We see you've got your Twitter handle up there. At
Yeah,
Kirst
so
at
it's
23x.
easier for me to just kind of pop it down there rather than to actually say it out loud. So yeah, you can find me at either my Hair Game 2 account, which I hand on my wiggling, this one, and you can find me at my personal as well. So yeah, I'm very active on both accounts. So if you pop a message or anything, by all means, I'll probably respond to it quite quickly. Or if you want to get in touch with the campaign or anything like that, you can find us at just squiggly at Hair Game 2. So we're really easily to find. I help run the social media on there as well. So most of the messages, I will be able to pick them up as well. Or like any comments.
As soon as this is done, I'll definitely get over and tweet the
Yeah,
link
yeah.
as well. So
If
I'll put that
yeah,
on
I'll
your personal
retweet it for you as well on both accounts.
it out
Yeah.
there
So,
and
but
do our
yeah,
best
usually you
to
can just
support.
find me on there. I don't have my own show or I'm not a regular on anything. So usually if people just want me on, I just come on. Granted, obviously,
Doors
like,
always open
childcare
over
isn't a
here if you
problem.
ever feel like jumping in.
Yes, I'll
You ever
definitely
want to
keep
do
that in mind.
anything you've got coming up, any event or anything like that you want to do some sort of exposure for? I know we're just a little channel, but if we can get the name out there for you and
Honestly,
anything we can do to help with the cause, by all means, let us
I
know.
don't think we do. I don't think I've got anything planned really.
Yeah, anytime in the future anything comes up
yeah.
and anything we can do to help out, we would be more than happy to.
That's perfect. Thank you. And honestly, I'll echo it again what I said earlier. Just a massive thank you for having myself and Elly on. Obviously, two
Thank
women.
you, ladies,
I know that.
for joining us.
Yeah, I know
Thank
that
you
the
for
whole
coming and
YouTube
letting us have
community
our
is
first
amazing.
ladies' night on the channel.
Yes, it's
So
been fun.
a
I've
big
enjoyed
treat for
it.
us. Yes. So we will speak soon, everybody, and have yourselves a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thank you very much for joining us, ladies.
Bye.
We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Have a good day.
Bye.
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 Wow, boys. First Ladies' Day, I think it was quite successful. What do you think?
I want to go to Champions League final if we make it.
You want to go to Champions League final? Okay, let's stop talking about travel plans on live feeds.
No,
and,
but I really enjoyed it. On a serious note, I had a great time.
it was great. And
Yeah,
you
me
know
too.
what, guys? What they're doing is very important.
Yeah.
What they are doing is very, very important. Not just for, at the end of the day, the ripple effect of this could, what if you guys have daughters? This could be a ripple effect that far. So, credit to them for continuing to doing it. And I think it's time for us to say goodbye. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. So thank you, everybody, for staying, watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You know where to reach these guys. Please do get in there. Support Her Game 2. It's a great, great project they've got going. It's a great initiative. Let's get them behind them and make sure we give them the love that they need. And this is where I lean back casually.
Hold on. Sit up. I just have something to point out. Sit up. If you position yourself like right here, And with the correct lighting, it kind of looks like you got a man bun. That's what I noticed.
Oh, is that what it is? I got a man bun now? Oh,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, enough. Go back.
Okay, sorry.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. Remember, today is to do.
So good for it!
Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!
Hold on, wait. Let me try that.
Come on, you Spurs! You
Come on, you Spurs!
Come
Nah,
on,
we're
you
not there
Spurs!
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We sang in France, we sang in Spain, we sing in the sun and we sing in the rain. They tried to stop us, but they didn't. The thing we love most is being a kid, being a kid, being a kid. The thing we love most is being a kid.
Come on, you Spurs!
Make sure to like and subscribe.